guys, Zosi coming through here. This is my unscripted video where I basically talk about Devil May Cry 4. Devil May Cry 4. Well, spoiler alert, yes, I'm going to talk about this game, but mainly I am going to talk about its creator, Hideaki Itsuno, which left the company today, or officially left the company. And to that I have to say, first things first, Hideaki Itsuno, ありがとうございました for creating one of the best games ever, known as Devil May Cry 3, which is the first game that I was introduced to your to Devil May Cry, and Devil May Cry 5, a great game. I was also introduced into your other Devil May Cry team's work, which is Sengoku Bazara, another great game. I highly suggest that a lot of you check out. And of course, yes, Devil May Cry the reboot, which is actually a great game that I just never knew it was a great game. Thanks to Splinter, I got to try the game again. And last things, of course, Devil May Cry 4, a game that I really do believe could have been a very great game, but sadly the game was rushed out, and it's not Hideaki Itsuno's fault for the game not coming out the way he wanted to. And from what I know, the reason why Hideaki Itsuno left Capcom, if from what I heard, at least in the initial videos that spoke about Hideaki Itsuno leaving the Capcom team and all, is because Dragon's Dogma 2, another game that he really liked to make, was another game that was rushed out to make, and is marked as his second game that Hideaki Itsuno could not have complete. I don't know if it's true. I think maybe it's not true, that it's not that true as they say. But if so, this would really mark Hideaki Itsuno's second game that he could not complete. And the second one, and the first one being Devil May Cry 4, of course. And the reason really why I'm making this video out of the blue, unscripted, and poorly fucking made, obviously, because I can barely fucking speak correctly with a mic and all, is because, well, I am creating a very heavy edited video where I critique a lot of things about Devil May Cry 4, but I don't want to make this this video that I'm gonna make is not gonna be some rant video where I say, oh, the game sucks, Hideaki Itsuno, why'd you do that? No. I hate all the e-drama and the constant banter between gamers in the community and in general in the Western culture and in the Western world. So I would not like to, you know, support this kind of this kind of content. I'm gonna make a genuine video where I do believe that everyone that has, you know, any kind of opinion about Devil May Cry 4 is gonna appreciate this video I'm gonna make, because there's gonna be a lot of points that I'm gonna speak about that at least one of them some of you might agree upon, and it might not be even necessary the star switching, which yes, I am gonna speak about, and yes, the star switching is really the initializer for pretty much the reason why I'm making this video in the first place. But I do want to point out that a lot of people in the community say and agree wholeheartedly that the game is not finished. And when people say it's not finished, most of them, all of us, no matter who you are, what you are, we can all agree that, you know, Dante does not have his own levels, and some of the enemies in Devil May Cry 4 do not flow naturally with Dante as they flow with Nero. We all know that, and we all agree upon that. But where I diverge from other, where I diverge from other Devil May Cry players is that I think that Devil May Cry 4's core gameplay and a lot of its design choices, gameplay mechanics and nuanced features are questionable and probably maybe are not as good or revolutionary as they are, including the style switching. But again, I don't want to spoil too much. Obviously, you already know that I'm going to speak about the style switching and all. And I'm going to... and for those that, really like the style switching and think that it's the best mechanic ever, and you could not have made different type of controls that would have suited this game for Dante. I think there is an alternative, and again, I don't want to share it right now because again, it's not fully realized and all. And again, there is a lot of points to talk about besides the style switching in Devil May Cry 4, which I think they could have implemented better, and I think they still can implement in Devil May Cry 6. And let's really speak about one last thing that many of the community in Devil May Cry fear, and that is the fact that since Hideaki Itsuno, the one that took care of Devil May Cry since Devil May Cry 3, a lot of people think that the next director for Devil May Cry 6 is gonna do a bad job at creating a good game. And I think that people are overreacting, and since this is a Japanese company, it's Capcom, which is known for releasing good games with quality. I mean, yeah, there is greed and all, but there is quality, unlike with EA games. So in my wholeheartedly, I do believe wholeheartedly that the next director of Devil May Cry 6 is not gonna create a bad game, and is not gonna create a Papa simulator like God of War, where you nurture the boy, that shit. No. Hideaki Itsuno. Devil May Cry's identity is gonna remain as the game with top-notch gameplay mechanics and features, and it's gonna be one of the best games there is. And yeah, don't worry about it. It's gonna be a good game. And if there's gonna be a remake, I really do hope they're gonna remake Devil May Cry 2 or Devil May Cry 4. I mean, well, that's kind of like a long shot, but I do really hope that they create Devil May Cry 4, Devil May Cry 1 or 2 or 4 remake. And if they do, I am gonna buy the game. I'm gonna test it out, see how it is. And what is their motive say? Yeah, don't worry guys about it. Be sure to look for my critique video. I mean, well, you don't have to obviously, but the thing is that I'm not some YouTuber whose profession is about making fucking YouTube. No, I'm just a guy that plays Devil May Cry 4 and lots of hack and slash games and old games that are good. And yeah, I don't want to make this video too fucking long because for fuck's sake, this is my fucking 4th take, and I don't want to make a long ass stupid video where I just speak and I can't even fucking understand myself because of my broken English. This is why I always make edited videos, obviously. But this unscripted video was made because of Hideaki Itsuno living. Because in my critique video about Devil May Cry 4, I am gonna address my thoughts about Hideaki Itsuno and his development in the game, and what I think and all. And I do think Hideaki Itsuno really meant to make a game that is suited for the average gamer, like the gamer that actually plays video games and doesn't do like casual play. But it's sad for me to know that, because I kind of wish that if he was the one that would make Devil May Cry 6, I really kind of wish he would have hear my critique video, but now that he's making his own company, he really doesn't, because he's not gonna work on Devil May Cry 4, Devil May Cry 6, but maybe, you know, when he's gonna check, you know, about what his fans think about Devil May Cry 4, you know, maybe one day he would spot my video and watch it, and maybe give his own little commentary and opinions about it. Maybe at least some of the things I'm gonna say are gonna be, you know, more or less to his liking. And yeah. What is there more to say? Well, there's nothing else to say. It's just a fucking random video on the internet, guys. You don't have to watch me. Please don't actually watch me. Please don't, because my broken English is so fucking cringe to hear. And I know I'll fucking goddamn get cringe out of this shit, but I just had to make this fucking video because for like a future reference for myself to speak about in my future video about Devil May Cry 4. But yeah, what else could I say? Don't worry, DMC3 is gonna be great. Hideaki Itsuno, thank you for Devil May Cry 3, the best game that made me start loving hack and slash games. I love you. Well, whoa, no homo. Obviously, I do think that you could have made the best game ever. I think Devil May Cry 4 could have been the best game that I would have liked, because I like fucking tough enemies, and yes, Devil May Cry 4 has one of the toughest enemies in all of Devil May Cry. Yeah. See you later, guys.